far as the consequences has been, this has been one of them that President Trump has announced the naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. Now, the blockade on part of the Strait of Hormuz by Iran, which is already in place. So there seems to be a situation of a double blockade there. What seems to be the possibility now? Let's take a look. Exactly, if this blockade continues for long, then not just Asia, India, but multiple countries in Asia may affect, have this energy shortage, the crisis that may escalate. Of course, India for now seems to be in a relatively stable position. We're looking at another possibility of the oil price hike. This is not a possibility. This has already happened now. With the statement of the talks that have failed in Islamabad, the Brent crude prices are, shot up again and has crossed the $100 barrel per mark. Then we are now looking at, as far as another possibility is concerned, when it comes to a direct confrontation now at the seas. So mine warfare and a naval confrontation, that threat still remains to be a possibility. Let's get to another round of breaking update, because now it seems, as far as the Gulf countries are concerned, indirectly, however, they may have been dragged in this war. Saudi Arabia now seems to be pressing the United States to drop its blockade of the Strait of Hormuz and return to the negotiating table amid fears of a wider escalation in the region. Now, the Gulf countries and the exporters there are concerned, Rishabh, that Iran could retaliate by disrupting other key shipping routes. Now, this seems to be a tit-for-tat approach that we have often seen that Iran has been taken. Because if not the Strait of Hormuz, then other strategic points, Iran may block them, and not just one. If there are other alternatives to the world, that may also be closed. And the energy crisis and the oil crisis across the world will severely be impacted.
Well, once Mahatma Gandhi said, an eye for an eye will make the whole world blind. And this is something that is happening in West Asia right now. Ripple effects of this war has already been sensed worldwide. And the way, now when the negotiations have failed and there's blockade over blockade, retaliation over retaliation, the way things are unfolding, it showcases that the peace is far-fetched dream right now in West Asia. Iran is not ready to give up. US does not want to be seen on the losing side, and Israel wants to settle its score with everything in West Asia that they have, in their own words, quote-unquote, suffered in last as many decades. So we'll have to wait and see how things unfold. Iran and US does not want to go at war again. 40 days, and both the sides have realized that there cannot be a feasible end to this conflict on the military lines, because US have lost a lot. We haven't seen, extraction for an US military personnel from enemy territory in many decades.
Yes, because as far as the US military is concerned, when it comes to their troops, when it comes to their warships, they continue to be on a standby alert motion. And this is something that already the US CENTCOM, which is the Central Command, has been sharing continuous updates. But we talk about this blockade because that is aimed at increasing pressure on Tehran. Officials have been warning that it could trigger a broader disruption, especially when it comes to maritime trade and energy flows. So nobody seems to be in favor of the United States naval blockade. Not even the Gulf countries, and not even now China. China, being the dragon in the room, finally seems to have reacted, because as far as when it comes to the major supplier of or buyer of Iranian oil is concerned, is actually China. Now, China is now sending a warning. A senior Chinese official has now come out to warn the United States against imposing the blockade on the Strait of Hormuz, and now cautioned it not to interfere when it comes to the bilateral ties between China and Iran. Now, this seems to be another point of focus over here, because as far as the energy crisis here is concerned, Iran, Rishabh, has been giving, when it comes to free access to the countries that it considers to be its friend. And as far as one of the topmost buyers of Iranian oil is concerned, that is China. So China, in a way, has not been impacted as far as when it comes to the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz is concerned. But right after the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz begins the blockade of the US Navy. Now, as far as the US Navy is concerned, will it block Chinese ships? Because that seems to be the point of contention now we are looking at, as finally China now coming into the picture. Because that seems to be the very focus of these war games, what really began on the 1st of March till the 13th of April. And Strait of Hormuz seems to be one of the most globally searched terms as well, where everybody now seems to know as far as the strategic location is also concerned. So what happened a day after when the war started, Iran shut the Strait of Hormuz off, immediately, automatically, knowing as far as its strength is concerned, and it had warned also of laying mines. Now, 10 days later, the situation which escalated. US, however, when it comes to destroying Iran's mine-laying vessels as well, and much of the Iranian navy was also destroyed and degraded, according to President Trump. 10 days later, 21st of March, Trump issues a 48-hour ultimatum to open the Strait of Hormuz, and this is one of the many such deadlines and ultimatums that President Trump seems to be issuing. Then what happens? Iran begins charging, this is the toll, monetizing the Strait of Hormuz, which President Trump has now termed this as extortion. And yesterday, what has happened, even when it comes to the first round of talks that happened in Islamabad failed, immediately the consequence of those failed talks is the US now beginning with its naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. That seems to be the situation that is now building up in the area in Western Asia. If we can talk about the US's aircraft, the US's Abraham Lincoln, that has now entered the Gulf of Oman. And this seems to be the very position that the US Navy seems to be finding itself, especially when it comes to the east of the Strait of Hormuz. The carrier, which is located approximately 200 kilometers from Iran's coastline. And this is the closest point to the Persian Gulf that a US aircraft carrier has now reached since the start of the military operations against Iran. Well, Rishabh, when it comes to the proximity, the US's warships, and this seems to be the very proximity that Iran has been warning, that any movement in the area, in their waters, will amount automatically to a ceasefire violation.
Well, see, USS Abraham Lincoln is in Gulf of Oman, about 200 kilometers away from the Iranian south coast, and this is the closest that the US naval ships have reached Iran in the last 40-45 days of this conflict. But having said that, what does this blockade mean? The first line of the blockade suggested that any ship that would enter or exit from the Iranian port, any Iranian port for that matter, would be facing the blockade. Who are these ships? Remember when in 2019 there was a secondary sanction that was put on Iran in the first term of President Trump? Many countries, including India, stopped buying oil from Iran, and the Iran export came to zero for these countries. But China, on the other hand, increased their import of oil from Iran and used the sanction as an opportunity. They never adhered to the sanctions that came in from the US, the unilateral sanctions that came in from the US. And now China is the largest importer of crude oil, LNG, as well as LPG from Iran. And now if US say that any such ship will be blockaded, then it is China that is at receiving end, because they have a 30-year-long contract with Iran. Also, by doing so, US would jeopardize the visit of President Trump that happens on 14th and 15th of May in next month, when Donald Trump is scheduled to visit Beijing. So what exactly is US trying to do here? US definitely wants to get a better relationship and a working relationship with China, given the
well, he's already delayed as far as his Beijing visit is concerned, because it was happening right when, the strikes in Tehran were at its peak. However, China now coming into the picture and issuing a warning to the United States against the blockade. The US naval blockade is something that now also needs to be seen from a completely different perspective. Please to stay on with us, Rishabh. Mr. Fabian is also connected with us. Mr. Fabian, good morning. We will want to focus right now when we